With new headphones coming out all the time, it can be difficult to fight through the noise and decide which ones are best for you. Should you get wired or wireless? Open back or closed back? Over ear or in ear? There are a ton of different options, and even then, you still have to find a brand and a model that fits within your budget. Now, we've spent countless hours listening to hundreds of different headphones here at Audio Advice over the last 40 years with the goal of cutting through the noise and curating the best options on our site from the top brands in the industry. This guide will provide you an in-depth breakdown of each category that you should consider when buying a pair of headphones. We recommend that you watch and learn about each category, but for your convenience, we have divided each section into different chapters so that you can skip to different sections if you wish. All right, let's get started. We like to begin by asking customers if they would prefer a wireless or wired connection to their headphones. While wireless headphones are extremely popular, it's important to consider the pros and cons of each style before choosing one. Wireless headphones, especially the in-ear variety, allow for great freedom of movement as there's no cord to restrict you. Most wireless headphones will transmit sound using Bluetooth, which actually compresses the audio spectrum, thus you're not going to get CD quality sound. However, Bluetooth tech has been improving over the years, and with the right Android phone and headphones, you can actually get Bluetooth aptX lossless audio, which can give you very close to CD quality over Bluetooth, but it's still very, very limited. Now, you're also going to want to keep in mind that you will need to have a streaming service that is capable of delivering lossless CD quality or high-res audio, such as Qobuz or Tidal, for that to work. Now, many modern headphones now feature Bluetooth aptX adaptive and LDAC codecs for Android users and AAC codecs for iPhone users. Now, although these advancements surpass previous versions of Bluetooth, they still fall short of CD quality. Consequently, despite the gradual progress in Bluetooth technology, wireless headphones just cannot match the audio quality that a really good pair of wired headphones is capable of. Now, in addition, it's important to consider the battery life of wireless headphones. Most will last anywhere between 10 to 30-ish hours, but it's going to vary depending on how loud you listen to your music and whether or not you're actually using active noise cancellation if it has it. But there's just nothing like the convenience of wireless headphones when you're at the gym or on the go and you don't want to fight with tangled wires. Plus, many of them have great apps to check the battery life, adjust tone controls, and a lot more. All right, now let's move on to wired headphones. These are exactly what they sound like. They use a cable to connect to your music source, like your phone or your headphone amp. Now, some of the more high-end performance headphones even use a balanced cable, which has one cable to the right side and another to the left for optimal audio quality. So theoretically, a wired headphone will deliver the exact quality of the stream that you give it without any compression. This gives you much better audio quality if your audio source is great and allows you to never have to worry about battery life. If you plan to use your headphones at a desk without much movement or just want the best quality possible, we would recommend going wired. Now, I will also note here that some wireless headphones can now become wired for even higher quality performance, but most of them are going to disable all the other features such as ANC while you're using that feature, and you may need a headphone amp to drive them. Okay, moving on. The next thing you're going to want to consider besides wired or wireless is the headphones' ergonomics. It's important to consider how you plan to use them and what your listening environment will be. Let's take a look at the different ear coupling designs and go over which listening environments that they usually work best in. In-ear headphones, also known as earbuds, are designed to fit snugly inside your ear opening or ear canal. Most models include silicone tips in various sizes, allowing you to customize the fit for optimal comfort and sound isolation. This personalized fit not only enhances comfort, but also helps seal out external noise. Some ultra high-end models will even make a custom mold to fit your ears. Now, thanks to their compact design, in-ear headphones are the most portable option, easily slipping into your pocket or a small case. Their snug fit makes them ideal for active lifestyles too, such as exercising, commuting, or traveling, where other headphone types might just shift or fall off your head completely. Plus, many wireless earbuds come with a convenient charging case for extended battery life, and they also usually have noise cancellation for more isolation from your environment. Moving on, we have on-ear headphones, which feature ear cups that rest directly on the top of your ears. While they come in a range of sizes, they are typically smaller and more lightweight than over-ear headphones, making them a practical choice for those who want great sound without the bulk. They generally offer decent isolation from external noise, though not nearly as much as an over-ear headphone will. Their lighter design makes them comfortable for extended wear and easy to slip around your neck when they're not in use, which is perfect for situations where you might need to pause your music to talk or be aware of your surroundings. Now next we have over-ear headphones, which completely encompass your ears with large ear cups, creating a seal that enhances sound quality and immersion. Now they're known for their superior comfort, and most models feature generously padded ear cups and headbands, making them ideal for extended listening sessions. Now, the larger size of an over-ear headphone allows for the inclusion of advanced and more refined transducers or drivers. Now, the drivers inside usually deliver a wider soundstage, have much richer bass, and highly detailed audio, offering an unparalleled listening experience that can transport you right into the heart of your favorite music. This makes them the go-to choice for audiophiles, gamers, and anyone who really values top-tier sound quality. Plus, over-ear headphones really excel in creating passive noise isolation due to their fully enclosed ear cups. Many models also incorporate active noise cancellation technology, making them ideal for blocking out distractions in noisy environments like airplanes, trains, or busy households. Their immersion qualities are perfect for focusing on your music, podcasts, or movies without any interruptions. And finally, I do want to note that there are a few other alternatives on the market now, such as bone conduction, ear hooks, clip-ons, neck bands, open ear, or even sleep headphones. Now these are more specialty headphones for a very specific purpose and are usually aimed to be more convenient without sounding nearly as good as your standard in-ear, on-ear, or over-ear headphones. Now for that reason, we won't touch on these, but just know that they are worth looking into if you're looking for them for a very specific purpose. Okay, the next category to consider is open back or closed back headphones. Every headphone will have one or more drivers that create the sound, and the designer then has the choice of sealing off the backside or leaving it open for the driver to interact with the room. Each has pros and cons, but the headphone enthusiasts here at Audio Advice put their money on open back to deliver the very best sound. However, since not all listening situations suit this design, there is certainly a time and a place for closed back headphones. Now, open back headphones specifically give you a different presentation of music. Rather than the sound streaming straight into your ears, you'll get more of the sense that it's coming from the room around you. For most listeners, this experience is more realistic and sounds closer to what live music would sound like. Also, the soundstage presented with open back headphones seems more complex and effortless. Soundstage is how big the music sounds from left to right and front to back. Now, to get an idea of what this really means, you could try closing your eyes and draw an imaginary line from front to back and left to right. With a good pair of open back headphones, those lines will be wider and deeper than closed back headphones. Now, the con of open back headphones is that you're going to be able to hear external sounds, which can taint your music enjoyment in loud environments, and those around you are actually going to be able to hear the music playing at a low level. Now, a nice open back set may sound fantastic at home in a quiet environment, but not so great in a commuter environment, as the external noises will interfere with your music. However, since open back headphones are open to the outside world, you can simply mute the volume and carry on a conversation without even removing them if you need to do so. Now next, closed back headphones, especially over ear, can really just completely seal you off from the outside world. This is a big benefit if you're working in an office, library, or otherwise quiet environment where you don't want to disturb others with your music because the sound is mostly contained right inside the ear cups and not leaking out like a pair of open back headphones would. Plus, they are great for commuting on a bus or a plane because you can more easily tune out any background noises or conversations. Now, one big con of closed back headphones is that they do have a little bit smaller soundstage typically than most open back headphones. The feeling created by wearing a good pair of over-ear closed back headphones is one of very good noise isolation. If you want to use your headphones around others or in a noisy environment, closed back is gonna be the way to go. Now moving on, with so many headphones offering noise canceling these days, like we just discussed, it will be one of your major decisions when picking out a pair of headphones. Noise canceling headphones actually work by listening to the sounds of the outside world with tiny microphones and feeding them back in reverse or out of phase to your headphones. It's kind of like adding +1 and -1. The result will be 0. The amount of reduction on quality noise canceling headphones is really astonishing nowadays, especially on a plane where you can hear the engine noise or on a subway where you can hear the wheels rumbling on the tracks. Loud office environments are another really useful place for noise canceling headphones, and most models also have a pass-through mode that can let you listen to your surroundings, which can be really helpful and keep you safe when you're out for a jog, or you need to be able to hear things around you if someone's going to be calling your name in an office or household environment. Now, if all of this sounds really great, there is a con to noise canceling headphones. The headphones usually use digital processing to accomplish this noise canceling feature. This means your incoming signal gets converted to digital, and you're using the DAC on the actual headphones. This is why almost all very high performance headphones, they just don't use noise canceling, as it can be a downgrade from the original sound, especially if you like to use headphones when listening to vinyl. This is why we see so many people have a great pair of open back headphones for use at home, and then they have a second pair of closed back noise canceling headphones for when they're on the go or at the office. All right, moving on, as you dive deeper into higher end headphones, that's when you're gonna wanna start considering a few more things, such as the types of drivers that they use. Now there's 3 basic types of headphone drivers: dynamic, balanced armature, and planar. Planar does have subcategories, but all are pretty similar in terms of operating concepts. Now I'll briefly go over each type of driver, but if you want a more in-depth explanation of each, you gotta check out our article, which I'll link in the description below. Starting out with dynamic drivers, which are in all 3 main types of headphones. In a typical headphone, electrical signals arrive at the dynamic driver all around its circumference, causing it to move in and out to create the sound that you hear. Dynamic drivers are known for their outstanding bass response and warm sound. Next is balanced armature, which can only be found in in-ear headphones. Because of the way that they're made, manufacturers can design these drivers to cover a specific frequency range very, very well. However, the overall range is a little bit limited. Now, a single in-ear headphone can have as many as 8 different drivers, creating a sound that is very clear and detailed. Next are planar type drivers, normally only found in open back over ear designs. Planars have some subcategories, but they all share one thing in common: a relatively large, ultra thin driver that does not come in contact with anything that moves. The driver in a planar headphone weighs almost nothing and is extremely fast in response. The downside is that it can be somewhat a little bit hard to drive, creating the need for a headphone amp. However, a nice pair of headphones with planar type drivers provides an incredible soundstage with amazing detail. Now next are actually electrostatic drivers, which are considered a subset of planar, which work by applying a static electric charge onto an ultra thin film, which causes it to float freely between 2 perforated metal plates where opposing forces act on the film. These forces cling and repel the film, causing the entire diaphragm to move all by itself. The film in an electrostatic headphone is so thin that it can actually weigh less than the air around it and has nothing to resonate. It's called static because the electric charge on the film doesn't move. With nothing to resonate with and no energy to store, this technology provides the most accurate transient responses with virtually no distortion. Now the downside with these is they do require special high voltage power supplies. This usually means they'll need an amplifier that plugs right into your wall. They can also be some of the most expensive headphones on the market. The upside though is they do lack distortion, and many users love their very clear and detailed sound. Okay, let's move on here. While the weight, overall comfort, cord length, and Bluetooth range are pretty fairly easy topics to consider and understand, we'll move right past those and move on to 2 more important and more complex headphone specs that are probably worthy of considering if you plan to purchase a really high-end pair of headphones, and that's impedance and sensitivity. Now, fully explaining impedance would really require a 2-hour, 300 level class. But for now, just imagine it like a water valve, with the water being the sound coming out of the amp and the valve being your headphones. An impedance of 0 would be if the valve were completely open, offering no resistance to the sound coming through. Most headphones will have an impedance of under 50 ohms. Now, since many people use headphones with portable devices, and these types of devices can only deliver 3 to 5 volts, a lower impedance headphone can be easily driven to pretty loud levels. But most of our staff here feel that higher impedance headphones usually sound a little bit better in most cases, offering more defined bass, cleaner sound, and a wider soundstage. We would encourage you to avoid getting hung up on the impedance and think that a 200 ohm is better than a 100 ohm though. In reality, anything much above 50 will not play very loud and will sound a little bit compressed on a portable device, but should work fine with a decent headphone amplifier, be it built in or separate. This has brought about actually an entire whole aftermarket for small headphone amps to couple with your portable device, which allows stellar high impedance headphones to do their job while on the go. Now, sensitivity is a measure of how efficiently the headphone can convert electrical energy into sound. You're gonna find ranges from around 80 to as high as 125. If you see a number in the low 80s and an impedance near 50, this headphone may not get to decent volume levels on a portable device. Now conversely, plugging in a high sensitivity model into a powerful separate headphone amp has a risk of damaging both your ears and the headphones, as it's gonna play incredibly loud. Now when shopping for headphones, remember that not all manufacturers are actually gonna reveal the sensitivity spec. Okay, so as you can see, there's really no one size fits all for headphones. If you're like the music lovers here at Audio Advice, you may want a pair of in-ear headphones for going mobile, working out, or enjoying the outdoors, and then maybe a second pair of over-ear or on-ear closed back for travel in the office, and then maybe another great pair of open backs for enjoying your favorite music right at your home. Now, if you're ready to start selecting your next set of headphones, we would encourage you to take advantage of our carefully curated headphone selection to narrow down your search at audioadvice.com. Plus, you can always stop by any of our award-winning showrooms to try out a pair for yourself, or you can always call or chat with our headphone experts who can help you decide which pair are gonna be the best for you and your situation. Now, if this video has helped you, we hope that you'll consider giving it a like, hitting the subscribe button, and turning on the notifications so that you don't miss out on any of our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.